What's up, everybody? This is Verts. My name is Harrison Graham. Thought I'd hop on the mic real quick and react to the Steelers' 24-21 win over the Vikings in Ireland as Pittsburgh improves to 3-1 on the year. Minnesota falls to 2-2, has a couple of big injuries as well. Not a good day for the Vikings, especially because they really got outplayed for most of this game. But listen, this is what we do. We react to big games in the NFL and college. We'll do it again tonight after Sunday Night Football. We'll react to Cowboys-Packers and take a look at all the big storylines from today's action in the NFL. So if you want to help us out, if you want to support the program, we are chasing 12,000 subscribers. We crossed 11,400. Shout out to all you. Let's get to 12,000. Let's make it happen ASAP. It's 100% free. All right, Aaron Rodgers, very efficient day at the office. I actually thought the Steelers' offensive line held up pretty well. He was also getting rid of the ball quickly, just efficient, 18 to 22, 200 yards. Now, those numbers were certainly inflated by a DK Metcalf 80-yard touchdown, of which 65 or so yards were after the catch. But this is kind of the type of stat line you're hoping for with 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers. We can't expect this guy to carry the load anymore, but make good decisions, be accurate, take care of the football, put the ball in playmakers' hands. That's why you go and get a DK Metcalf. And I thought this was the most comfortable he has looked in Arthur Smith's offense so far this year. I think a big help, too, was Kenneth Gainwell ran the football pretty well. I mean, almost 100 yards on 19 carries, 5.2-yard average. Jalen Warren's banged up. They used Caleb Johnson a little bit, but for Gainwell to keep this offense balanced, really key. Again, Aaron Rodgers at this age, he could still spin the rock. He's going to make some throws, but if you're asking him to drop back 40 times, not going to work. You got to be able to run the football. You got to be able to have a quick passing game, and that was the game plan today, and that is what we saw. So definitely some positives to build off of against a good Brian Flores defense for the Steelers offense to have the success it did, especially in the first three quarters in which they led 24-6 with about 12 minutes left. That was very, very nice. Obviously, DK had a big game, had the 80-yarder, but also had 4 other catches for 40-something more yards, $126 on the day. That's one thing DK is elite at. If he gets the ball in space, ball on target, he can go. For a guy his size, he's got unique size and speed to get yards after the catch. And, it was kind of like, it wasn't really a slant or a post. It was almost like a quick post to like the second level, and Rodgers put it right on him. And, he made one guy miss, and he was off to the races. So really good play there. And again, that chemistry seems to be building with Aaron Rodgers as well. I want to know from you guys, are the Steelers true contenders? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I thought their pass rush showed up today. Now, Minnesota had some offensive line injuries, but TJ Watt looked good. Derek Harmon got in the backfield a couple of times. I'm still not convinced, but today, that was a nice win. Even if Minnesota is banged up, that was probably their best win so far this season. Y for yes or in for no. We'll talk about the Vikings side of this coming up here in just a second. But first, today's show is brought to you by Prize Picks. Daily fantasy made easy at prizepicks.com/CLNS. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Got another Sunday of football here, which means your boys got a lot of lineups launched into the Prize Picks world. Hopefully I win my lineup that I got cooking this afternoon. I also got a little 2-player lineup for tonight. Dak Prescott, more than 4.5 rush yards. I think he can find me a 5-yard scramble in there. And then Micah returning to Dallas. I know it's a goblin play, so it lowers the payout a little bit. I think he has at least 1 sack. So $20 entry to win $50 on that simple 2-player lineup. An example of what a Prize Picks lineup looks like. You just choose more or less on the stat projections available, and you can win up to 2,000 times your money on certain lineups. That's right. $10 can turn into 20,000. So here's what you need to do. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use our code CLNS to get $50 in lineups. After you play your first $5 lineup, that's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Carson Wentz raw stat line doesn't look too bad. He was pretty bad. threw a couple of picks, fumbled, threw a third pick that was called back. The fumble was recovered by Minnesota, so he easily could have had 4 turnovers today. Was holding the ball too long. Granted, you're down 3 offensive linemen. Starting guard Donovan Jackson didn't play. Ryan Kelly and Brian O'Neill left with injuries today. And big picture, that's a major concern. O'Neill set to have an MRI tonight in Ireland for that knee. Older tackle, that's not ideal. This is Ryan Kelly's 2nd concussion already this year. He's got 5 in the last, I think, 3 seasons. I mean, is he just done? That's a major problem for your center. I mean, your head's getting hit basically every play. Like, that's, I mean, at minimum, I would doubt he plays in London next week. Vikings staying over the pond. So Carson Wentz racked up some numbers, especially in the fourth quarter. There was a busted coverage to Jordan Addison, who made his season debut. It was nice to see him make some plays. Jordan Mason wasn't as efficient today. It seemed like that was the Steelers' game plan, limit Mason on the ground and then make Wentz beat them. And if you do that, sure, Carson's going to hit some, but he's also going to put the ball in harm's way, which he did. Good sign for the Vikings coming off the suspension, though. Jordan Addison looked good. He looked fully ready to go. Had about an 80-yard catch in which he was caught from behind at the 1-yard line, which ended up being huge because it cost the Vikings almost an additional minute as they were trying to stage their comeback late in that game. So that did make a big difference because Minnesota did get the ball back with about a minute left. So if they would have had more like 2 minutes, maybe they have a better chance to at least go and tie the game. Justin Jefferson had a big game as well, 10 for 126, but too little, too late. I thought Minnesota missed opportunities in the first half. They moved the ball on 4 possessions and only ended up with 2 field goals. So that was a missed opportunity. But again, for Pittsburgh, while I'm not fully buying yet, you're 3-1. Baltimore, if they lose to the Chiefs today, fall to 1-3. So that AFC North, I mean, could get some early separation here. I still like Baltimore to win that division, but if you're Pittsburgh, keep stacking dubs and keep that separation as long as you can. And for Minnesota, these offensive line injuries, something to watch. We'll see if it's Wentz next week, probably for 1 more week. J.J. McCarthy's ankle situation, if he's not 100%, I'm not putting him out there with 2 or 3 backup starting offensive linemen. I think Carson Wentz has just got to wear these bullets and hopefully play a little bit better next week. A huge game for the Vikings. You know, they looked at this. Pittsburgh and Cleveland back-to-back over the pond. Those are 2 games when the schedule came out. Minnesota felt like they should win both. Well, at best, they're only going to split. And, guys, I got news for you. The Browns' defense is a top 10 unit in the NFL, top 10 defense. I mean, if that gets into kind of an ugly slugfest and Carson Wentz looks rattled, that's a losable game. That is absolutely a losable game. So the Vikings need to figure things out quickly, and obviously we'll get updates on those offensive linemen as well. Are the Vikings a playoff team? Type 1 for yes or type 0 for no. I would lean no right now. It's a crowded NFC. If key guys can't get healthy, it's going to be tough sledding, and I did not think the defense played that good today, so that's a little concerning as well. All right, that's going to do it for our Ireland post-game show. Again, we will be back tonight after Sunday Night Football, so hang out with us then as well. My name is Harrison Graham. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys tonight.